Buongiorno and welcome to Italian Doom Metal Review. In this episode we go through a third album by an Italian band called Tethra. Okay, let's take a look how to see, this unboxing review. Alright, fooling around enough by now. This is Emperor of the Void by a band called Tethra, founded around 2008 in Italy. It's the third album by this five gentlemen band, and it's actually pretty nice looking digipack if you ask me. Like I said, this is doom metal, or should I say doom death, because the purists will otherwise just kill me. This one features growly vocals in order to make it kind of a doom death, and it's not exactly the most heaviest band. Just heaviest. It's not the heaviest band around, but it's not also not your typical doom metal band. It's kind of traditional in so many ways. Curiously enough, this actually reminds me of some early Rotting Christ as well as earlier My Dying Bride, yet not the same time, not exactly sounding exactly neither of those fully. Let's just say there are elements of both bands present, at least here and there. Here we have Tetra's Metal Archive site, just to give you a glimpse of the basic information. 3 albums out, pretty constant, solid release schedule with the full-length albums. Members, 5 guys, of which only one anymore is the team's original member. The rest are more or less new ones. Well, I'm previously pretty unknown to this band, so I really can't compare how they sounded before. So obviously I cannot say how much this new lineup has changed the band since previous styles. Here we have also their sites listed: Bandcamp, Facebook, homepage. This homepage is actually leading to a site which leads to Facebook, so it doesn't really help me to show you here, but at least this band has quite a social media presence. But their own site doesn't have this new album here. This is all the older material. If you're gonna then again take a look at the new material on the Bandcamp site, that is available through this Black Lion Records site, and it's there in the description box. But now let's talk about the music of this album called, well, Emperor of the Void. Like I said, it's kinda reminiscent of bands such as Rotting Christ and My Dying Bride, but by Rotting Christ I don't mean it sounds like black metal. But there's something similar in atmosphere, at least some of the riffs, some of the parts here in songs that kind of reminded me of that. Also, when I say it's reminding me of early My Dying Bride, well, I wouldn't compare them as fully, but there's some similarities which seems to just kind of like overlap, to be kind of similarities, if you will. Now, while there are growly vocals present, they are more on kind of a sidekick role here, and the most of the things are done with just pretty nice, clean vocals. Now, curiously enough, one of the most interesting tracks on this album is a David Bowie cover song, Space Odyssey, which in my opinion is pretty nice. I mean, this is a really good example how to do a metal cover. Not just cover a song from your own genre and do it more poorly, but rather go to cover some maybe known song, or at least pick a song that is beyond your typical field of typical genre, subgenre if you will, and then turn it one of your own. Make it sound like it's your own creation, That by that I mean don't slip from your own style, even though you're doing a cover. And I think this is really fitting track to the whole album here, which with this cover track lasts almost an hour. Now on Bandcamp side I noticed this track is also missing, so while you might be curious about it, at least at the present when this video is done, there is no track available. That is this David Bowie track. So it's like one track short. So it's kind of a bonus track, if you will, even though it's not listed as such with this CD. But definitely a nice listen. Now, the rest of the tracks, that is the band's own tracks, are pretty much in style, you know, being this doom metal, atmospheric and whatnot, with nice melodic lead guitars and so forth. I think the overall production could be a little bit stronger. It could be a more powerful, but it's not like bad. It's not a deal breaker. Vocals then again are pretty nice, like I think I already said. That all being said, Empire of the Void is pretty cool. A doom death an album, but I think it's still lacking those kind of majestic riffs and compositions which separate just the quite nice ones from the brilliant ones. And I'm stating that in order to respect My Dying Bride and bands like Swallow the Sun. But nevertheless, if you're a fan of doom death, there's no excuse why not to check out Tethra. Thank you for watching. Take care.